Hi everyone. I'm just reading the chat. I'm not really sure what you guys are on about. Let's see. Howdy doodly mitario nost? Nos? It was not a T. Jesus. Professor Snoozy rates donuts very highly. She eats anything that she can eat that is available. Um, I don't know if Yellow Ted is still in the carnivore diet. I've never seen him eat. He's very sneaky about it. I think he has an eating disorder that we need to address. Elusive. Hello, Meat Militia and Discord pals and Pimu. Elusive, I have some bad news for you. I was reading through that list that you sent me last week, and I just got PDA myself. There are a lot of things on there. What I'm gonna do, or what you can maybe help me doing if you want, I'm gonna look for someone who is actually, a bit knowledgeable in that area and see if I can find someone who I could potentially interview with regards to all those different supplements or fillers, etc. Because I think you will probably get a better answer that way. It would take me 3 days or so to actually properly research all of those, and I am no inclination doing that at all. So I'm gonna search. But if anyone of you knows of anyone who's really good at supplements and know the dangers of different things that are in supplements, fillers, whatever they put in, let me know and I'll try contact them and see if they will be willing to talk about that. This is what I was laughing at when I came online. In an alternate, I can't read today. Jeez, I need to go back to bed. Sorry, we have to cancel this. In an alternate reality, Pim does not exist. Instead, there is an evil vegan called Jim Panson promoting sugar. I don't know if you've seen that. I can't even remember I think it was on the Sugar Channel. Some troll called Vegan Truth is trying to get me to go on a high carb, low fat vegan diet. And he's telling me a lot of things about me that I didn't know, which is very interesting. Apparently, I do think that I need more protein than I actually do, and I have never tried eating a high carb diet apparently. And I'm also, I think I was carb phobic. Shall I say good now? So Luke has to do some push-ups. He's not even here. So yeah, maybe we should call him Jim Panson. Whose personality? Yellow Ted. Hi Shell, and hi Lucky. I got your message, Lucky. I just haven't quite read it. I just saw it briefly. Trouble. Hello. That's all right. It was just a little bit overwhelming. It was too many, and to be honest, that is not my area of expertise. I know a little bit about it, and I know a few things that I would probably avoid, but just supplements on its own, I've kind of made the decision to pretty much ditch supplements as far as possible and just not give a shit about it. And other people can do that. It's a lot easier. Morning, Daniel. Yay, Fapnado is here with the capital letters. I have seen you, and I will not accuse you of not being here. Richard, good to see you. You have a new picture, don't you? And Daniel said, I just finished my morning workout routine. That's keen, because it's 8 o'clock. I've said I've been extremely tired lately. And I think it has to do with my workload and those kind of things. They usually tend to catch up with you after a while. And I felt like I slept like a baby last night, but yesterday I did not function well. I was going to go to the gym, but actually I didn't. Instead, I was sleeping on the sofa. So clearly I needed that. Elusive. Some people say that brown rice is better than white rice, claiming more fiber is there, making it healthier. What's actually true? I think it's the opposite way around. Brown rice, if you have the fiber there, they will contain anti-nutrients, which will prevent you from either absorb any nutrients that would be in the rice or actually leach it out of other things that you're eating. So no. And it's the same for bread. It's different with bread, or sorry, it's different in a sense because both white rice and white bread will raise your blood sugar quicker, etc. So depends on from what aspect you're looking at it. But I like to think that in general, as a population, we're not getting enough nutrients, so we really do want to up the nutrient intake. Yes, increased blood sugar isn't good, but you know what? Just don't eat the rice or the bread. Thank you so much for your Canadian pesos, Fapnado. Love you. Maybe I should forget about you again or get more super chats that way. No questions. I will not forget, promise. I'll come on Bart's stream later. Maybe. Sorry, I have an interview at the same time, so maybe I won't make it. And I won't tell you who it is. And I don't even know if it's going to be good yet. I hope it will be. You will see on Wednesday. Currently stuffing my face with locally sourced steak. Oh yeah. Yesterday I started eating almost raw steak at 7:30 in the morning. I was just starving and then fell asleep and then starving again and then I got a headache. Maybe that was the halloumi that I ate. I haven't figured that one out yet. Could just be a reaction as well. I haven't had headaches for a while. So, Richard, morning all. Sorry, not being rude, barely awake. Why would you be rude? Lucky says, I'm stopping a lot of my supplements as well. My D is up to 115 and something. Or maybe that was it. Either way, that sounds good. Vitamin D is one of the things that I could potentially supplement. Vitamin D, probably magnesium, either citrate or actually my stomach doesn't do well with that anymore. Biglycinate, something like that, that has a good uptake. What else? I don't know. I think it's on a case by case basis. If you are deficient and you know it, then sure, go ahead. But a lot of people are kind of taking multivitamins or whatever because it just as an insurance. I don't necessarily think that is a good idea. Right. Patricia is in the house somewhere as well. Yeah, I've been full on. Agree anyway, Pim. It's okay. Yeah, I'll probably go to the gym today, though. Maybe gym and then go walk on the beach barefoot in the sand. I like that. It's very cold outside, but it's all right. I just put some clothes on. Brown rice has arsenic, white rice does not. Okay, I didn't know that white rice was totally depleted of that. I'll have to believe you on that, Math Faster, because you're usually quite knowledgeable, so I'll trust you. Japanese definitely know not to eat brown rice. They have known for thousands of years. Yeah. And this is the thing. I think Harry spoke about that when I had him on my channel as well. Is we have changed our way of preparing foods massively the last, I say few years, but you know, it's a little bit longer than just a few years, but just a few generations back. You know, he was talking about people used to peel tomatoes and de-seed them, and then you can eat them. Nowadays, everyone is eating them with the peel and the seeds, and I'm guilty as well. I did that 2 days ago when I had a burger and I decided I wanted tomato on there. And same with the beans. You need to pressure cook them, but who has a pressure cooker nowadays? Not many people. And not even then, they're probably not even, ideal to eat then, but at least they're not poisonous and that dangerous for you to eat. So there are a lot of things that we kind of lost it. The way we prepare food, we lost the knowledge about how to do it, or and we have lost the knowledge because we don't realize the importance of it. So our grandmothers might have been doing that, but why we're like, okay, but actually it's quicker for me to do it this way, so I'm going to do it this way. And you can still eat it, it's just that you're going to get sick. And we don't really know because we're not asking the questions. We assume that a bean is a bean no matter what you're doing. Thank you, Elusive. That was nice of you. Dodged to buy a bone for Professor Fluffy. Why is it just Fluffy that gets things? Why can't Amy get anything? She's the greedy one. Oh, I missed you. Sorry. Thank you, Lucky. Thank you so much. Mwah. Love ya. You're too sweet today. And now I have to scroll back and try and find where I was. Oh, Shell. Fantastic news on the hobby. He's doing great on the keto diet. His BS blood sugar, I hope I'm not bullshit, have been below 130 most of the time. Pants are falling down too, but keto flu is hitting him. He needs more salt. Yeah, that's good. It's really good. I'm so happy for you. I'm happy for him. I'm happy that he's actually doing it. I know that it's really hard to get someone that you're that close to actually adhere to something like that. So that's very good news. God, I think I need to sneeze again. Maybe I'm getting the COVID. Can't say the word. The corona. Yes. Too early to work out or eat here. Take off your blinkers. Yes, you here. You are -2 hours, so it's 6 a.m., isn't it? Sometimes when I walk the dogs at that time of the day, I'm usually doing it in the summer though, because it's very dark here right now. And there are people out running. And I'm thinking, oh my God, really? But that's dedication, I guess. What did Blinker say? Just I don't know. Everyone's talking to Blinkers today. I feel excluded. Oh shit, Gung Fu's here. Sorry, we started too early. I'm very sorry. But you're late again. Shell, I made him a bridge replacement for his ice cream. He's happy with that. Awesome. Tell me what sort of bridge replacement you used. Was that like a frozen cream dessert of some kind, or what did you do? It's just interesting. Although I'm not usually eating a lot of dairy because I don't do well, and that's why I'm thinking that maybe the dairy is what gave me that headache that felt last night. Felt like it was gonna go into a migraine, but I filled myself up with painkillers, which I hate doing, and then I went to bed, and I think I slept like a baby. I'm usually waking up several times every night, but last night I didn't wake up until 4 o'clock. Yes, polished rice is a relatively new thing, but then grains in general quite new-ish. Super chat, saying it like Bart. I don't know how he's saying it. Super chat, super chat. No idea. I have to pay more attention, I guess. All grammar cookbooks from Quebec clearly instruct to soak beans and peas. Yeah. But I think everyone is soaking them before they're cooking them. It's just that they're not pressure cooking them after that. I don't think you can just cook them from dried. Then you're going to have to cook them for 200 hours or something. That's raw. I have 2 pressure cookers, great for cooking tongue and other tough cuts. Okay, well that's cool. I don't have a pressure cooker. You know what? My problem is that I have my slow cooker and I do love it and I love cooking with it, but most of the time it's not my favorite type of food to eat. And the reason for that is that I don't really like cooked through meat a lot. The cooked through meat that I like is, I'm thinking pork ribs, and then maybe pork ribs. I often do, or often, semi often, I guess, like lamb in the slow cooker. And it tastes nice, but it only tastes nice to me for 5, 6 mouthfuls, and then I'm done. I don't want to eat more. Then I would rather go for something, you know, a steak that is cooked blue or such. I can imagine if it was something that was very salty or something, then maybe. But I wish I liked it more, but I don't. I think it's a trauma from growing up. My mum used to always cook meat like well done, like really awful, and it was tough to chew. I remember just chewing those dry pieces of meat and chewing and chewing and chewing, and then I would drop them under the table for the dog. And it usually worked out, but one day, for whatever reason, he didn't want them. And my mum came out into the kitchen when I was sitting there. Like, I'm finished. And there was meat all over the floor, and she was not happy. Anyway, I thought I didn't like meat until I went to train as a chef, and I realized that you don't have to cook meat the way my mom is cooking meat. Actually, it can be really, really nice when it's kind of bloody in the middle. And yeah, she just doesn't do it that way. Nice. 4 tongues in the fridge. Cow tongues are quite large. What are you going to do with them all? How many can you eat in a day? Shell says, hobby's always full of bullshit. I think our hobbies, even though I'm not married, are similar there. He's a sugar addict for sure. I'm so proud. Yeah, you should be. You should be, absolutely. Oh no, Blink, it's -4 hours. What are you doing here? Why are you not sleeping? You can't watch YouTube at 4 a.m. Well, you can, obviously, but it's a little bit early. Kung Fu, if only you knew how big this is. Thank you. This is the thing, we don't. It's so easy to think that it's easy for other people to do things, but for us, it's different. And I think I have that, I had that for myself, obviously. It's so easy to tell someone else what to do and then expect them to do it. What's the problem? Just do it. And then when it comes to yourself, there are emotions involved and excuses, whatever you're going to come up with. And it's been the same for every single client, I think, that I've worked with cravings. They don't really, it's really hard to see outside your own bubble when you are so addicted to food that you just think, oh well, everyone else is doing it and it's easy for them, but no, it really isn't. So yeah, I hear you, Shal, and I'm really, really happy that he's gone this far. And if he's done that and he's starting to seeing those results that you just talked about, I think he will probably continue. So that's a very good thing. A connoisseur of the flesh, Richard, excellent choice. Oh my god. Talking about prep, case in UK where red kidney beans weren't cooked enough and a bunch of students got really sick. Yeah. I thought that was quite a while ago. Just can't remember when. Yeah. Tanya's cooking pressure cooker. Daniel's also wondering what the bridge is. Elusive and other plant foods you eat besides blueberries? Yes. Okay, so Friday I had the same lovely beef heart burgers as I had last week, and I had a little bit of onions, and this week I also had tomato on it. Do I eat it regularly? No, it's just the thing with burgers. Tomato is not necessary for me, but the onions just makes it out of this world. There's something special with having that on. Um, are there any other plants that I eat regularly? No, I would say. However, I think I've been talking about this. We have in the park just outside here, a couple of minutes walk from here, there are a couple of fig trees. They still have one of them still have figs. So every time I walk past it, I'm just checking if they have any figs, and if they do, I'll eat them on the way. And the dogs will help. We had a feijoa tree, or we have a feijoa tree right outside. It's been dropping fruit for quite some time, and there are tons of feijoas on the ground, but they're starting to get really small, and I'm not even touching them anymore. But for 2-3 weeks, I used to eat those feijoas a few times per week, just because they're there and they taste really nice. But I don't really go and buy a lot of other fruits and vegetables, to be honest. I do like my blueberries, as you know. I could go and buy some other fruit, but in the end of the day, I really do enjoy my blueberries. I don't see a reason to do that. I haven't had any cravings for any specific fruit. That's not my type of thing to have cravings for. But sometimes when you see something, so oh, that would be nice. But nah. Trying to think if there's anything else I haven't eaten in a long time. Probably not. Nesra, I have yet to try a slow cooker at Richard van Prague. So far, I only have experience with this one. Usual cooking time for a giant beef tongue is about 1.5 to 2 hours. Yeah. So that's with the pressure cooker, I guess. Keto ice cream: half a cup of heavy cream, 1 egg yolk, 1 tablespoon xylitol, half a teaspoon vanilla extract. Blend until smooth. Freeze for 3 hours. I use small mason glass jars. And that's pretty much like a parfait, which is good. Awesome. I think, that is not bad at all. And 1 tablespoon of xylitol would probably not be enough for my taste. But, if you can get by with that, go for it. Some people might even get by without adding any sweetener. So good choice. Pork ribs, pork ribs. Yeah. Yeah, I do like pork ribs. I don't have them very often though, because pork ribs kind of I have eaten them without any barbecue sauce or something, but I do actually prefer them with barbecue sauce. So it's not something that I have very often. 14 hours in a slow cooker. Yeah, that's you eat 2 beef tongues in a day. Holy shit. That's amazing, Richard. Wow. Okay, let's see. I had an early night because Dan didn't get me last night. Okay, good for you. I add beef stock and fat, otherwise not great. Cool. That's almost like a beef tongue soup. I love beef heart cooked in the Instapot on slow cooker mode. I have never tried cooking beef heart in the slow cooker, actually. I might have to try that one day. The risk is that I won't really like it anymore. Pork shoulders with skin on, salty and garlicky with few caraway seeds. Okay. In the slow cooker or just in the oven? Sounds alright. Oh my god, Necrokitty, why are you late? We missed you. It's like you taken over from Kung Fu being late. I'm getting this skin on my coffee. It's a bit yucky. Okay. Never got into the taste of heart. Keep trying, hoping to get used to it. That's funny because I think heart is a different texture, but it actually just tastes very, very beefy if it's beef heart anyway. I'm surprised that you said that you can't get into the taste of it. Patricia says, my hub is finally ready to wean off the artificial sweetness after 10 years. You know what, Patricia? It's probably, I don't even know. I've probably been on artificial sweetness for over 10 years, although that has kind of changed over time how much I use and what sort of sweetness I use. But I've mainly been using xylitol. I used to do that. And stevia, and then it's kind of gone over to erythritol, mainly for dog safety issues. But yeah. Hope he's moody, but he's getting through it. He has no choice. Yeah. Well, if he's moody, it's fine. You can put up with that. If he continues doing it though, and he's moody, I think it's a good trade-off. Let him be moody for a while. I can understand why he is moody. See, Runner. Hi. Nice to see you here. Nuance then. In my experience, cooked meat is difficult to get right. Frying in fat over a grill or in a pot over the fire is superior to it in taste. In a pot over a fire, frying it? That sounds interesting. Do you dig a hole in your garden and, kind of rotate it? Also, you keeping blinkers awake usually. What's happening to my camera? Okay, Bo. Hi, Bo. Nice to see you too. And Co-Dragon, you have been quiet. I haven't seen you commenting. Lucky says, I had a few raspberries today straight off the bush. I love figs. Yes. If I had raspberries in the garden, I would eat them. I like to see myself as an opportunistic carnivore, which means that I can eat anything that is right outside. It's not like I can go and overeat on figs. There's gonna be a few, and they're so small, these figs on this tree as well. And I don't think that's gonna kill me. I don't seem to feel worse doing it. Richard, he doesn't understand YouTube. Lol. I was chatting in Discord with Daniel and Lukey and about lost his shit. I'm not sure who you're talking about now. You guys know everything and talk amongst yourself all the time. Yummy. That's lucky to have. Lucky's lucky. That was funny. To have blueberries growing. That's awesome. I used to go and pick blueberries when I lived in Sweden sometimes. It's a pain in the ass, and you have to really work your ass off to get enough to kind of enjoy a big bowl of blueberries. But they're so worth it, the ones that you find in the forest. They just taste amazing. They have a totally different taste than the blueberries that I buy here. And the thing is that in Sweden, they do pick them in the woods. They are real wild blueberries. I don't know if there are any blueberry farms in Sweden, or it never used to be anyway. So when you go and buy even the frozen ones, they're not as sweet because they've been frozen, but they're still different. They're very small and they totally super blue all the way through. Blueberries that you buy here often are more, strangely enough to me, aren't blue straight through. It's like they're yellowish in the middle, which is very strange. Okay, blueberries and blackcurrants from usually for tea. That's interesting. Just them and nothing else in water, or what sort of tea is that? Add a few berries to the ice cream for sweetness. Not bad idea. Well, I'm glad it's sweet enough for him. Maybe it's not too bad then, if he's a sugar addict as well. Well done, boy. Oh my god, a 7 kilo bull liver? That's a lot of liver. Let's see what Gung Fu has to say. Would it be in the interest of him making a video to explain why supplements, protein powders, vitamin pills, branch chain amino acid pills, etc., do not work if it not absorbed the same way as food? Gung Fu. Now we're going back to supplements again. When I just said this very fine morning, I said that I'm not for supplements and therefore I don't know enough about it. I just decided to kind of put that to the side because I don't want to deal with it. I think it's unfair to say that they don't work, to be fair. But depends on what you mean with don't work as well. Do they absorb by your body? Probably. There is some research with branched chain amino acids that actually say that is good. So, sure, do they absorb the same way as food? No, not necessarily, because they are processed, so they will be taken up in a different way. And probably part of why the branched chain amino acids might be working is because they are in a form that will be very easily absorbed, etc. So I wouldn't say that they don't work, and I just don't think they're necessary. Will you get better results from them if you are already eating a good diet? Probably not, I don't think. So if that is the definition of not working, then maybe they don't work. But for someone who's eating a crap diet, maybe they will work because they're not actually getting everything they need from the diet. So it's all about perspective. Whoa, 300 grams of liver in one sitting. I mean, I'm struggling to eat 300, well, no, not struggling, but 300 grams of normal meat in one sitting is enough for me. I'm such a sissy. Today's my favorite day because of the live streams all day with awesome content and chat banter from the carnivore crew. Well, I'm glad we can entertain. I will only be here for an hour though, because I need to prepare a little bit before my interview later on. Let's see then. I'm going to scroll through a little bit quicker, trying to find some questions. I would be very interested, but need to listen to the rest of Pim's subs. I thought you were the king here, Gung Fu. Listen, any problems with Santan gum? Yes, but I can't remember what. But I have read up about that in the past, and I don't think that was ideal. Shall we just add that to the list, maybe? Okay, I have no idea how much artificial sweetness he was eating. This is true, and there might have been a lot of them that aren't, there are different degrees of badness, I suppose, when it comes to artificial sweetness. There are some of them that I wouldn't ever want to touch. It's like aspartame. I don't like ACE-K. What's it called? I always forget what it's called. The one that really, really upsets my inside. It's like NutraSweet or something like that, but it's whatever it's called, the component in it. Maybe I'll have to do my live streams later in the day. I don't seem to function this morning. So those are sweetness that I wouldn't touch. It's like even when the nutrition science watchdog is going and buying, I don't know why he's doing that. He's buying tonic water whenever he has gin. He hasn't done that for a while though. And he always goes for the diet variety, and there's like aspartame and ACE-K in there, and I'm wondering, why are you doing that? Oh, I don't want the sugar. What the fuck? Sugar is so much better than that bullshit, in my opinion. But we clearly don't agree on that. Yes, thumbs up. Thank you, Bo. We don't have Lukey here to remind us of that. I wonder if he's offended by me. He doesn't want to see this because I call him Lukey. Yeah, I'm the same. I use the same ones. Mostly stevia, but I do like having a little bit of erythritol because it takes that bad taste of stevia away. Because stevia is not, it doesn't taste real, clearly. It's very, very sweet, but it's not the right sweet. That's right. I did not eat all of it. Usually I have half a kilo to 1 kilo raw weight, and that is my food for the day, plus some eggs. I have to mention that most of the fluid evaporates during cooking. Yeah, it would do. Now I have lost the chat. Here we go. Tapnado, xylitol and stevia. For me, the stevia powder really adds a massive sweet kick to xylitol and erythritol, allowing using like half as much. Necro, my 79-year-old dad got really bad food poisoning. His fever finally reduced this morning. 40% my time is helping him, 10% me time, and the other 50% is my sister flipping out via text about that. Oh my god. Where's your sister? Is she far away? Maybe she could come for a visit. Maybe that would help. Pim, he called me a know-it-all when I give him answers. Lol. I've only been at this for 5 years. What would I know? His moodiness doesn't bother me. I get it. Been there. Yes. Well, that's the thing. They would. Anyone pretty much would do that. Even if they've seen you do it for 5 years, they will just think, oh well, just because she's done it for 5 years, she will think that she knows everything. So I think that's something we have to live with. I am very lucky, although I think I mentioned this was it last week. I've never forced anything onto my family or anything, but they actually do come to me every now and then and they ask for advice, which is, it's flattering, I guess, or I'm glad that they do that. But as soon as they're like, oh, should we do this? Should we do that? Oh, let's ask Pim. And they come and ask me. I had my sister's boyfriend actually contacted me maybe 6-7 months ago, and his dad and his granddad and his dad's brother, they have all died from heart attacks, and they all have high blood pressure, and so does my sister's boyfriend. So he's kind of a little bit neurotic, I guess. And he didn't say that he wanted to do, fix his blood pressure. He wanted to lose weight because after every holidays he's had, he's gaining weight. So, and then he keeps it on until he goes on some crazy diet. So I just told him, why don't you do low carb? Oh no, I can't do that. But what he could do was he could start doing intermittent fasting. So he's been doing 1 or 2 meals per day, and I think he's doing some sort of martial arts several times a week in the evenings, and he's just figured out, and the weight just melted off him, and his blood pressure went down, not to quite the normal level, but not too far above. So, yeah, sometimes you hit the jackpot, it works, and he's just like, yeah, I have so much more energy, I feel so great, lost weight, the blood pressure is getting better. And I just tried to, why don't you go a little bit more meat-based? And he's like, no, I don't dare do that. So there's still some resistance there. But he's coming along. So I'm not going to push it. Maybe in a couple of years, maybe he will be interested in it. Just, we have to keep doing what we're doing and be good examples. And that way we will show people that actually this is, I'm not dead. It's working really fine. I feel great. Maybe you should try it too. Whoa. Mouthfasser, what's your opinion of Dr. Ted Naiman's statement that the protein to energy ratio explains every single diet phenomenon? I want to read his book actually because I haven't done that. We find it quite interesting. I think he's an interesting character. I think he has a lot of knowledge, but I do not quite buy that that we need as much protein as he thinks that we need. I can't see why we would need that much protein. Maybe men need more protein, and if we ask Harry, he thinks that might be the case. That men need and feel better on more protein than women do. So, as I said, I would like to read his book. I haven't done that yet. And yeah, I can't see why we would need that much protein. But, yeah, I don't have a good answer for you because I don't have a very strong opinion about it. I just think that he kind of seemed to be thinking that we need a lot more protein than we actually do. Super chat. Is that how he's doing it? No, super chat. Maybe that's how he's doing it. Thank you so much, Gung Fu. Mwah. 50 Norwegian kronor. How about having Bart opening a box of surströmming and eat it? But first watch the YouTube video, Surströmming Challenge Volume 2 by the YouTube channel Dolken. You know what, Gung Fu? I have smelled surströmming from far away, but I've never been that close to it, and I wouldn't taste it myself. I mean, I hate fish to start with, but rotten fish, I'm not so sure about that. If I could make him do that, I would probably be happy to actually film him doing it. If you can talk him into doing that, I'll put it up as a challenge the next time we go to Sweden. He's very peculiar with certain things. He wouldn't want to do that at all. He would try to avoid it, and I think I've explained to him what it is before, and he's like, "Fuck that, not touching it, not interested." It's the same as what else? Like the way he goes when anyone mentions mushrooms, and just imagine that surströmming will be so much worse. So yeah, that would be very interesting, but I don't think it's going to happen. Maybe I have to trick him into thinking something different. That would be so funny. I think he's still in bed, so he won't hear me say that. Maybe we have to scheme and come up with a plan. Sea Runner, my Swedish ex-husband talked about the post-Chernobyl years and not being able to pick berries for a long time. Oh yeah, I was like, how old was I? Now, was that 1984 or 6? I can't even remember. No, 86 was the Swedish Prime Minister being murdered, I think. I can't remember. I wasn't, I was like 7 or something at the time. But yeah, I do remember because I was often, they had this huge swing very close to where I lived, and we used to kind of go there and just jump off that and see how far you can get, etc. And obviously there was on the playground and there was sand down there, and my best friend's mom just said, you shouldn't be playing there because you're being in the sand and the sand is going to be dangerous, etc. I remember that. I've yet to have dinner but can't decide what I want to eat. Made coffee ice cream last night and have been sneaking some of that. That sounds delicious. It's like my coffee, which is egg coffee, of course. It's just that last time I made ice cream, so I do that with do I use egg yolks? No, I use whole eggs actually. I decided to use whole eggs, cream, and some sweetener, and then just whatever. If I want to have vanilla, or might put some lemon peel in, or some mint essential oil or something. The last couple of times I have done that, I really have not felt good, and I've really got like a bad headache, etc. And that's why I think that maybe the halloumi cheese yesterday was the cause of my headache, but it came on very quickly, and it usually doesn't come on that quickly. So I need to experiment more with that and see. I have another halloumi in the fridge. So maybe I have to try that midweek so I don't destroy my weekend in case that's the case. Rather suffer through work with a headache and enjoy my weekends. Yeah, and the problem with halloumi is not... Halloumi is normally made from goat's cheese. However, if you go to the supermarket here in New Zealand, I read through every single halloumi that they had. They're all made with cow's cheese, and that is just plain wrong. Cow's cheese, cow's milk is what I wanted to say. I have found goat milk halloumi here, but I had to go to one of these super expensive delicatessen shops, and they had real halloumi, which is just really strange. But maybe I will have to go there and I'll try out the ghost milk halloumi. Okay. Richard would definitely watch Bart doing the surströmming challenge. Shell says the locally sourced steak was awesome. I'm going to order 1/8 of a cow from him. Nice. I want to do that. Don't know where we'll get cow shares from here. Maybe have to figure it out. You know, one thing that we were talking about this a couple of days ago, because Bart really likes keeping fish in aquaria, and I was like, yeah, that would be cool, but I'm not gonna get anything until I have my forever home, or a permanent home, because renting in New Zealand is very, you never know what's going to happen because everything is privately owned. In Sweden, it's totally normal to rent not houses but flats, and they're all owned by companies that specialize in it, so you can stay there for 100 years if you live there for 100 years. So you are very secure most of the time when you're renting something. But here, you're at the mercy of whoever owns the house, which is, the people that own this house, they have a family trust set up. So they have acquired this house for the simple reason of actually letting it out. So I think we could stay here for a very long time if we want to. But in general, you never know what's going to happen. I mean, we had one house where we lived in Mapua before, and they sold the house. We have to move. And the same thing. Then we bought a house, and we had tenants in it, and then we decided to move in there, and they had to move. So it's just, it's a little bit insecure. But once we get settled, I want to do all those kind of things, because you know that you're going to stay in the area, you're going to stay where you are, and really kind of nest, if you like, and get into such routines. God, I keep hitting that thing today. Is it the oxalate lady you will be interviewing? I'm not sure. Is it? Yes, it is. I don't know. The oxalate lady I am interviewing is Sally K. Norton, but I don't really understand your question. And as I said, someone asked when, and I have her booked in for Saturday in 2 weeks. I'm having the interview, so she will be out on my Saturday, her Friday, and that will be out on Tuesday the 23rd on my channel for you to watch. So you still have a couple of weeks to give me questions if you need to. I have seen a talk of Pete Saladino on carnivore testosterone levels in men. The free testosterone especially was very low. What is up with that? I don't know. What did he say? When the free testosterone goes down, it doesn't necessarily mean that something is wrong, but it could be that the testosterone binding protein has increased and is binding a lot more testosterone, or that it's converted into something else. I'm not sure. I would be interested in seeing that one myself to be able to kind of make some sort of conclusion. So, Nesra, if you know what the video was called, if you can send me that, just the name of it or the link, doesn't matter, and I will have a look at it. And if I can't figure it out, I will save that as one of my questions for a guest I will have on, hopefully the week after Sally. What I think, I hope, because he seemed very busy, so I'm not entirely sure that it will happen at that date. He kind of said, yes, I would love to do that, and then kept putting it off. So, you just get a feeling for people. Some people are just like, yes, this will happen. I didn't feel like that was a priority. So we shall see. I missed your super chat, Luke. Thank you for your two. What do you have in Brazil? I don't know. What's the currency called? Thank you for those anyway. Thanks for your time and wisdom. I'm glad that you're here, Lukey. I thought you were angry with me for saying Lukey. It's almost like Loki. And Richard, thank you so much. Wow. Again, 20 New Zealand dollars. No questions. No questions. Richard, shall I buy a beef heart? No, I mean a beef tongue. Right. Oh, there's Lukey. Hit like for this amazing woman hosting the stream. Thank you so much. I'm trying to find my way back. Holy shit. Oh yeah, we were there at Saladino. So yeah, that's very. I mean, God, I don't know enough about what's actually going on there. So I would like to see what he's saying, and I need some water, I think. So I would like to see what he's saying. He might actually be telling you, giving you some clues there. But yeah, if you have the video title or something, send that to me. I like Splenda just a tiny bit in my coffee. That's something that I probably wouldn't touch myself. Stevia is yucky. I know exactly what you mean. Oh, says, yes, Pim. The timing of your live is a bit awkward for me, moderating a live chat for Dutch radio show at the same time. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm actually thinking about, because I'm going to do, just because it's easier for me, frankly, do just an hour of Q&A. I might push this forward half an hour, simply because it's more daylight outside at the time. And I don't have a lot of studio lights in here, so I'm always struggling. I'm just putting all the lights on and hoping that it will look okay. Yes, I heard that whether stevia tastes good to you is down to genes. Interesting. Yeah, I've heard that too. Some people don't taste this weird aftertaste at all. I wish I was one of them, but I'm not. Lukey! Yeah, exactly. Coffee ice cream, I guess that is. Cream, condensed milk, and instant espresso. Just mixed and in freezer. That sounds delicious, but it's probably not for me. It's probably not a good thing for me to eat that. Shell says, I'm glad your family has you, Pim. Such a great resource. I never push anyone into keto. It has to be their choice, like it was mine. Yeah. I think I learned many, many years ago to not push anything on anyone, which I guess when I started doing, diet advice, that sort of thing, and helping people with diet, you want to talk to everyone about it. But most of the time, people don't want to listen. And I'm an introvert, so I'm very sensitive to when people don't want to listen. If I notice that they're like, oh yeah, whatever, zoom, I'm quiet. I'm like, okay, they don't want to hear. So I'm never pushed it on anyone for any period of time whatsoever. The only time I was kind of insistent on a keto diet was when I found out that my dad was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. That was the only time I've kind of really, and it took me a week to decide to, I don't care if he doesn't want to hear it. I need to tell him this for me to give him a chance. And it was a decision I had to make, but I still felt uncomfortable just kind of pushing it onto him. But he chose to listen, and I'm very grateful for that. So yeah. Let's see. Kitty says sister can't come, plus she just doesn't understand the risks she keeps asking me to do to my dad. It's a bunch of really bad advice that will make him sicker. Okay. I obviously don't know what she's suggesting, but I'm sorry to hear that, Necrokitty. It's always when it's coming to parents, and if you are two siblings, you obviously it's your dad and it's her dad, and you should have like equal rights, if you like, to take care of him. And if you don't agree about the way of doing that, there could be conflict. So I'm very sorry to hear that. That must be a bit shitty, to be honest. I like you, Shell. Just eat till you're full and fat to satiety. You don't need Dr. Ted. Lol. Upnado, share and subscribe. I think most of you are here subscribe, but you can share it. Sharing is caring. Yay, fish heads. How is that coming along? Roly poly fish heads. Bart has to do it for science. Speaking of roly poly fish heads, I said it when I played the video last time that my video was going to be demonetized, and I was right. That happened very quickly because of copyright, but it was worth it. I think we wanted to listen to roly poly fish heads. Everyone needs to watch Surströmming Challenge Volume 2 by the channel Dolken. It is so funny. I'm gonna put it in here and see. I have seen one or two of those, and it's always funny. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think I've seen that particular one. I recognize the just the thumbnail that is there. When it was a while ago. I'll check it again. I make Japanese dash by boiling up mackerel head and bones, Richard from Prague, and stick it in the freezer. Japanese dash? I don't even know what that is. Is it like fish ice cream? I have no idea. It sounds horrible. But I hope you like it. It's about the fish collagen. There's supposed to be something special about it. I don't know what. I don't know either. I missed that. Lucky 7. In India, we bury thief to neck in sand and community all through a rock. Okay. Why did we need to know that? Other than, that sucks ass. And I don't think that is very nice at all. I just eat expired cheese from the Walmart truck out back. Ooh, that could be dangerous. If you have like moldy cheese and stuff. Fatnada says, if you're enjoying these streams, consider hitting the donate button to support Pim financially. It will make you feel warm and fuzzy inside like your mama's love. Fatnado. Yes, thank you so much. Thanks for promoting me, so I don't have to do it. There's been a few super chats today. Thank you so much, everyone. I really, really appreciate that. It makes things easier, and hopefully I will be able to, which I want to do either way, able to kind of grow the channel in order to actually get bigger names on this channel, because sometimes I'm asking a lot of people for interviews, and I've got one big name, I suppose, Sally K. Norton, to agree to coming on my channel. But usually when you're a small channel, it's kind of hard to get people to want to take the time to do that. So she's clearly only interested in spreading the message and helping people, which I'm very grateful for. But other people might not be so much. I'm not going to mention any names. I've asked a lot of people, and sometimes people say yes, sometimes they say no, and that's just life. So I want to obviously get away from my day job, and if I could do that, I'm going to spend even more time on the YouTube channel, etc. But so I'm really, really grateful for every single super chat, for your support. I thank you so much. It means a lot to me, just so that you know that. Let's see where we are. Oh, I can't imagine Bart's face trying surströmming. One of the few things I'm not tempted to try, like some SE Asian delicacies that spring to mind. Yeah. I can imagine his face as well, and it's not a good one. Yeah, it smells really bad. From memory, it does smell like, when the rubbish truck is going past and just picking up all the old rubbish. Yes, I love her as well. She's really, really good, and I have some good questions for her, and hopefully she will be able to answer them. I can't convince him to do anything. I'm very sorry, but he wouldn't listen. Yes, she is. Okay, so we've actually been here for an hour, so I'm gonna scroll through and get all the questions, and then we're gonna wrap it up. Sorry, guys. Going through, I raised 3 children, have holy shit, 8 grandchildren. Changed many dirty diapers, took care of a very ill man that projectile vomited all the time, no problem. Ooh, you must be like Superwoman. Okay, so Lucky wants to know more about DHEA, especially how it correlates with hormones. EA. Sorry, I'm just writing this down. Okay. Cool. Thank you, Lucky. I'll have a look at that. Oh, yes, that's what it's called. Thank you. Real 2 reais. Reais. How do you pronounce it? Reais. Or is it reais? It takes a lot more to make me angry, like saying humans are meant to eat grains. Oh, yes, that's very offensive. Good bow. I think there's some funny. Can't do it. It's really horrible. But then I've never been really close to the source. I only smell it from far away, and it's like, whoa, really? I'm pushing meat on my parents like a madman. Yeah, that's probably. Does it work? I can imagine that it would be like, oh, come on, stop it already. We heard that before. We don't care. Yeah. Lukey says, Pim, I've decided to supplement magnesium because I got convinced most food doesn't have enough. Is this a bad course of action? As a stressed starch eater, I would think it would help. No, I think you'll be fine. If you're taking too much, you're going to notice because it's going to come out quickly if you get it. I'm also delicate flower. I experienced this as well, that when if something smells very strongly and I just breathe through my mouth rather than my nose on purpose, I'm still gonna smell it and taste it. It's gonna be horrible. So we have that in common. Ah, okay. That dashi is a Japanese fish stock. Autocorrect spelling. Yes. Auto spelling does my head in because it always changes things to not mean what they're supposed to mean. Yeah, Epsom salts are good, but you need to kind of have a bath. I wonder if a foot bath would be enough for that. I don't know if you absorb enough. Probably would be, but you probably would have to do more often. I'm losing my voice again. That's why I was wondering about the foot bath. Yeah, and you mentioned it there. Funny. Think alike. Pim, Superwoman. Nah, I just grew up with 4 older brothers. The grossest people on earth. Yeah, you know all the secrets. I'm not going to tell you the secrets about that guy here. Testosterone on carnivore. Sean Baker and Paul Saladino talked about it being normal as receptors get more sensitive. Not sure what's up with it being lower than normal. Well, if your receptors are more sensitive, you're not going to need as much to get the same response. And in the end of the day, it might be that this is the case. So when you have your testosterone for a reason and you want a certain effect from that testosterone, if 50% of if your testosterone goes down with 50%, but the function is increased or the same, then you're not going to need more testosterone. So obviously your body's not going to create as much testosterone. So if that's the case, that's a very simple answer. And maybe it is that, a normal testosterone level for someone who is a long-term carnivore is lower than for the general population. Why? Because they can use it more efficiently. So that might be your explanation. I'll still have a look though. So that was a discussion with Sean Baker and Saladino then. I'll have a look. Steve, I haven't seen you for bloody ages. Welcome. Although we're kind of wrapping up here. Okay, so Shell says, I use a bucket to soak my feet in. It works great. Maybe I should do that during the live stream, because this time in the morning it's super cold in my office, and I had the heating on for an hour and a half before we started. I want the tub so much. We only have showers. We have a tub here, but it's really awful. So when we lived down on the coast, we had this awesome bath. It was like super deep, and you could pretty much just drown yourself in it. And the tub here is like, you can't stretch out in it. The water, even for me, it's like, if it was that much higher, it would cover me, but it doesn't quite cover me. So it's awful. So I tried having a bath once, and then I decided I'm not doing it again here, ever. It just wasn't good. Grandpa Ninxie, thank you so much for your Canadian dollars. I know it's hard to get out of the daily grind of a job. You can do it. You are doing it. Keep going. Love all the truth you and Bart put out there. Thank you, Grandpa. That's very nice of you. Really, really nice. I love you guys. And yeah, I mean, I don't. It's nice of you to donate. I really appreciate that. But even better, if I, can help you in more ways than just putting things up on YouTube. Obviously, I'm not shy of work. I would love to help you, and I do offer quite affordable consultations on Patreon. So if you want that, if you need that, you're more than welcome to sign up, and at least I get to work for my pesos. Let's see where we are. We're almost done. So Richard has a good bath then. If either that, or you have a very small hot water tank if you run out of hot water before it's full. Okay. Super chat, aka super chat. Super chat. Yes, very good, Kung Fu. Sometimes you guys just confuse me. That's right, it was with the blood work analysis that made it stand out for me. Thanks for considering it, Pim. Yeah, it's very, very interesting. I will have a look at it, and if I could give you an answer, I will give you an answer. Otherwise, I will bring it up with the guy that I hope to have on as well. So he asks for some questions beforehand. So if you have any complicated questions, that would be great. And I will just present them to him. So that this would probably be one of the ones that I would present, unless it has a very simple solution. So just bring it on, make it complicated. And if any of you guys know of someone who's really good at, supplements in general and the danger of them or not, let me know as well, and I'll try to get them on the channel. So yeah, I think we have come to the end of the questions. Steve says, has anybody of you ever accidentally drank your own Epsom salt bath water? I have not, but Epsom salt is just what's it called? Magnesium sulfate. And Cole Robinson, the snake juice diet invented. I don't know. I don't know what word I was looking for. It's optional to add some Epsom salt or magnesium sulfate to snake juice water, and I have tried that, and it gives me the shits straight away. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend that. So the concentration in Epsom salt bath may be pretty similar, probably. So yeah, I wouldn't drink too much of that. Okay, so Lucky says I have 4 gram Epsom salt for electrolyte drink. I'm glad if you can tolerate that. I just really can't. It goes straight through, straight away almost. Seems like another challenge for Bart. I don't know if he wants to do that. Decided to make a 4-egg cream and prawn omelette. Yummy. That sounds good. I would personally not have the cream, but that's because I don't feel good doing it. Epsom salt gives water a good mouthfeel, but too much and you get diarrhea. Snake juice gives me the shits. Monk mix forever. Oh yeah, I've been speaking to what? Where is monk mode? I need to fix this bloody filter here. I've been speaking to Monk, but he hasn't quite said yes, but he hasn't said no either. So we shall see if we can get him on. And I was thinking of maybe trying to do like a fasting troubleshooting sort of guide or video with him or something like that. I think that would be kind of interesting. Okay. Bo, see you soon. Moi. No on the Epsom salt in snake juice. Yeah. Thank you, Gung Fu. Yeah, so that's us done then. It was cool sitting here with you, and I'm super grateful for all the super chats today. I don't think I've ever had this many super chats, and we just kind of chatting. And I know I've answered a few questions, but seriously, bring your questions if you have any real questions. Bring them on. I will do my best to answer them. Sometimes it's just not my area when it comes to supplements, for example, but I will try to do my best to answer that at some point or get someone else in to have a look at it. Thank you so much, Trouble. Yes, Monk My Road runs a fasting Discord. He has a PDF that really helped me with getting my fasting to work. Monk Mix is his snake juice. Well, that's good. I haven't even seen that. No, thank you, Richard. Thanks for your super chat. Thank you, Blinkers and Shell. Thank you. You're great as well. All of you are great, but then I'm biased because you're a really good bunch of people. You're fun. You have a sense of humor, and you clearly have heart in the right place. You want to, share this with other people and make the world a better place. And I think that's a very honorable thing to do. Oh, another super chat. Thank you so much, Cornell. I haven't seen you. Yes, you're late. We're just wrapping it up, but thank you so much. And unfortunately, I can't attend the next live stream because I'm having an interview. Okay. Super chat. You didn't let me know if I did it right, but yeah, real late. But I do appreciate you anyway, Cornell. So I will see you again next weekend, and this Tuesday for you there will be a new interview, which is one I'm having in an hour or 45 minutes now, and we're actually going to talk about people can actually get fat on a carnivore diet. So it will be interesting to see what she has to say, and yeah, it will be interesting because I don't really know what we're going to talk about, but I know that I found that quite interesting. And I want to share not just the good about every single day. I want to share the the good, the bad, the ugly, everything, so that we don't think that carnivore diet is a miracle diet. We can make everything into a trash diet if you're doing it wrong. So there you go. So yes, Patricia, it's jumping. Thank you. Bye bye. I'm fat on steak. Good for you. Okay. Thank you, and I'll see you next week. Bye.